this is Mike Hamilton from Trade the Easy Way, and you're looking at the volatility index. On the 10th of June, US markets have been open for 50 minutes, so we are nice and low, but we're just coming into this support. If we hold here and start breaking up, then the fear index could suggest that we will see some selling as we get closer and closer to midsummer. Alright, normally I would expect June to tail off into July, and then if we are going to pick up, we'll pick up late July, sometimes mid-August, get volatility in September, and then if we are going to finish the month well, we'll break out from September, October, and run into Christmas. So let's see, keep a very close eye on this VIX volatility index. In the meantime, the Dow is struggling here. It's struggling because we are hitting a lot of resistance. So I've actually shorted this high, and because if we close lower today underneath 42.5, I think we're at least going to retrace to 41,800 and lower if we break that. You can see this is a tough spot from the 26th of March, 19th of May, and last Friday's non-farm payroll. And here we are already just inching lower. We're not dramatically falling lower, just very, very small moves underneath this 750 at the moment. So yeah, let's see if we get a drag down. And quick look at FTSE. FTSE is still punching higher. I think that support line there is not correct. Let me just correct that. So if we hold here, then we look as if we can see 8,900 plus, and potentially go on to that 9,000 mark. Alright, so this looks alright, as long as we don't close underneath that 88.50. Okay, punch higher and then close lower, that's even worse, that's a clear sell signal. Alright, so at the moment markets are just struggling with resistance but not putting in sell signals. So the short moves I'm making are just putting in small, almost penny lots at the moment, and I will increase if that moves higher. Moving across, let's have a look at gold. Gold is holding this support, so we've got a sort of head and shoulder here. This is the neckline which we're holding. If we break that resistance, then we can go back to 3,500 and potentially up to 36.50. Alright, obviously close underneath there, we are lower, so any test of 3,300, 32.95 is buyable, but if we subsequently close lower, then we look as if we might fall out of this. But in the meantime, we are still ticking up. We've got volume, got room on the RSI, we're above all the averages, so no reason at all to sell or short gold at this point. I can see Dow is just ticking up, so my little short has probably got stopped out. That's fine. Right, let's just move across to my main file. Right, BT, I'm still thinking that BT can, if BT gets above the 180, then I think we're going to find £2. This is a tough spot for BT. If we close under 175, this may get a deeper retracement. And if we close under 160, then this could really drop hard, but I think this is still worth holding. Let me get rid of that rubbish. If we're just at the moment, we're just consolidating at these highs. There's the 50-day average down there at 168. So in a consolidation, we may see 168, 165, 168. So if we go sideways and then break down and hold, then that could ping us up into the £2 mark. So if you're a short-term trader, 180 should be your target. If you're in it for the long term, let's see if we get to £2 plus. Right, stocks like Vodafone, and so we've hit resistance level up there, 77, popping back into support, and so if we can hold this 70, 73, I think we can get back up to 77 and go and find 80 and potentially 90. Close underneath 70, and we're going to see a deeper retracement, at least in 65, if that doesn't hold lower. So I think Vodafone is fine. We've got the averages here, so moving to 70 would reconnect with the 50-day average, but we need a subsequent close above 75. IQ is an interesting pattern. You can see we've got this support from back end of 24 at 9.8. We breached it and then burst up higher. Again, breached it and we're closing higher. So I think this is bullish. If we can stay above 10, close above 12, I think we're going to find 15 and potentially longer term into 20. Alright, so this is, I think this is a decent stock. I think it's worth a lot. I certainly wouldn't put my house on it. No way would I put my house on it, but it is looking like we want to go higher. Close under 9 and be very, very wary because that could fall back under 8 and drop off. But worth a shot, and I am in this at these lows, hoping for that to pick up. This is Sabre Insurance. I've not bought down here. Not so long ago we were 123. End of May we were 123. I need this to really pull back. If it runs, unfortunately I'm going to have to miss this. But we are, yeah. So I hesitated last week at that dip into 128, and here we are at 138. So you could either attempt to get 134, 135, or just back off and leave it. But if we close above 140, I think we're going to see 150, 160 pretty soon, and end of the year potentially £172. But there's a huge resistance up there at 158. So I like it. Volumes are good, not brilliant. So I'd be very patient. I'd wait and see if we can see if it has a bad day and another dip. Creo, I'm not in this, but it's hit 16. Might well come down to 12 or so. Back to visit some of these supports. Ever since we had this big spike in volume on the 22nd, we're drifting lower. But if we just come back to 12, 13 and hold, I think Creo is worth a shot as well. Another cheapy tiddler. All that support down there. Alright, moving across. Advanced Medical Solutions, struggling with 218. If any time soon we can close above, well, RSI is high, so we're top of the current channel. Any pullbacks to £2, as long as that holds on volume, is viable. In the meantime, if we can close above 220, we could go and see 245, 250. and ultimately back up to those close to that 270 high last autumn. This is close, brothers. I've been this is another case of hesitation for me. So we pulled back in April down there at 244, and here we are at 365. I'm just going to have to leave it and see if this resistance holds and we can get a deeper pullback in close, brothers. Main group is struggling here, but if we ever close above this 180, I think this could go, but I'd be more than happy to let this drift lower, ideally back into the 150, 160 mark, but not sure we're going to see that. Keeping a close eye on this. I will buy 180 if we pop above that, but in the meantime, man group, I will just stand aside. Tech QQ. So this had a very swift run up from £3 to 5.60. If this comes into 4.50, 4.80, I will buy to see if we can go back. But the averages, we're out of touch with the averages. So at least some sort of consolidation is in progress, and I'd like to see a deeper pullback in that one. Renew Holdings is good. If you're in this, stay put, because we look as if we could push back into £9. What else have we got? SSP Group. So that's pulled back into support at 160. It's currently 166. So overall, the markets are good. They're holding. I'm just not buying high. Just not chasing the markets as normal. Just look really keen to get some pullbacks on this. Alright, that's it for now. My voice is going. I'll update you in the week.